How y'all doing? This is Hunt 919 True Sports. About to talk about the Travis Hunter situation. I've been sitting back the last couple of days just listening and seeing if anybody had the same take that I had before I spoke on it. And so here's my little 2 cents about the Travis Hunter injury. Um, First of all, I'm tired of everybody complaining about the CSU players faking injury to slow down the momentum of the game. I think you all forget that CSU is the opposing team, and they're supposed to turn and do tricks like that to slow the game down. And they're trying to force the referees to do something about it. The referees can force you to use your timeouts if you keep um, acting like you're cramping up and hurt, et cetera, et cetera. So you can't blame CSU for doing that. And I'm speaking as a fan of Colorado, period. But I call myself Sports Truth because I want to be truthful in what I'm seeing and what's going on. I just don't want to talk just because I like Dion and just because I like, Shedeur and just because I like Travis Hunter. I want to be truthful in what I'm saying and be fair to both sides, as fair as I can. So yes, they're supposed to pull any tricks they can to slow the momentum of that team down because if you don't, Shedeur will slice and dice you all day long. So if I'm on the defense on the opposite side, I'm doing the same thing too. So I wanted to get that out the way. But the main thing I want to talk about is this, and this did bother me. And I know other athletes that may be listening to this will agree with me, and because we've all been in the same grind together. All right. Now, when the play happened, yes, it was a terrible play. The guy wasn't suspended according to the rules from what I read and heard was because he did not launch himself, he did not use his helmet, and it was not head-to-head contact. Yes, it was a defenseless player, and that's a 15-yard penalty, which is a terrible rule because that's basically telling me you can take anybody out, and if you do it the right way, it'll just be a penalty. They'll lose their most important player, and then you'll be okay. So I'm sure they'll look into that after the season. They can't look into it now, y'all. They cannot change it in the middle of at the beginning of the season. That won't happen. So we need to stop calling for that. But to the subject at hand, when Travis Hunter got hit illegally, I did see some reaction on the sidelines, but what bothered me was the first person to his defense and got up in the guy's face, number 11's face, was Shedeur. That's your most important player on the team. Is your quarterback, especially when he's a good quarterback. It's not Travis, and I know y'all love Travis. The most important person on that team is Shedeur Sanders, and he was the first one to run down the field and get in the face of number 11. Nobody else, the lineman, and I looked at the film a couple of times. The lineman only came down after they saw Shedeur run down and get in the guy's face, and they didn't even go after number 11. They was pulling Shedeur back, and Shedeur got angry and started pulling away from them because he's probably feeling like I'm feeling. Why am I the only one down here? One of our guys, one of our top guys, just got taken out illegally, and what are we going to do about it? Okay, now of course, Shedeur can get suspended. They should have been pulling him back and then going after number 11. All right, you can't just sit there and let that happen. And this sets the tone of the game, and this is why they did it again. They saw that Colorado was not going to do anything about it. Now, I know we all saw that segment during practice when there was a fight that broke out. Some of the guys didn't go to where the fight was. And Coach Prime got real angry about it, and he told everybody, when one fight, we all fight, meaning not necessarily all go down and throw blows, but we all going to go down there and make sure everybody's okay and everybody's protected. Well, I didn't see that when Travis Hunter went down, so everybody's screaming they love him, but I did not see I only saw one player protect him or go down and try to, in his defense when the injury happened. Nobody wanted to talk about that. The top guy on the team ran down, which made me respect him even more and got up in number 11's face. Number 11 should have been hit hard, illegally, I'm saying it, during the game. They let him slide. I would have got another 15-yard penalty off of hitting him late, blindside, whatever you want to call it. And I don't want to talk like, back in the day, but I'm telling you, I'm 52. We came up during the Jordan era and during the rough football era where there was get back for that. If you're going to take somebody like Jordan down, I promise you the next time you go in that lane, somebody you coming out there with a cut forehead, blood or something. And that's how it happens. And I didn't see that. I don't know if because the rules have changed or the people have changed, but I saw no get back for what happened. And yes, you can get your get back within the rules, meaning you can do it and get a penalty and not get kicked out the game. Number 11 got off too easy for what he did. And guess what that did? It set the tone for Shedeur to get the same situation later on in the game. And that bothered me. Now, let's go to the Shedeur Sanders situation. Number 8 was trying to take him out, clearly. He would try to break his jaw. He tried anything he could do to hurt him. It should have been one of those 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" linemen should have went over there, grabbed his face mask and pulled his helmet off. Something should have happened. I should have saw some type of reaction, and that did not sit well with me when I was watching that game. Again, you can do things not to get kicked out, but you can do things to defend your teammate, and you can do things just get a 50-yard penalty. You don't want any more penalties because both teams had a lot of penalties within the game, but you cannot let that happen. So your 2 top stars had some bad things that happened to them, and I saw no defense to it. And some of you may come back, oh, there you blah, blah, blah. I saw the tape over and over and over since the game was over, and I did not see anybody go after those 2 guys the way that they should have been going after. And I promise you, if this was back in the day, they would have been dealt with. They would not have just tried to hurt our 2 top players and just walk away with it. Number 8 walked out of there with nothing happening to him. Number 11 walked out of there with nothing happening to him. I don't want to say their names because, it's death threats and all that stuff going on right now, so I don't want to say their names. But I am telling you, something did not sit right with me with how that happened, especially the Travis Hunter situation because he was defenseless. There is no way if I'm on that field, I would not have ran down there and at least grabbed his face mask or something, push him, get in the shoulder pads or something. They were too casual about it. I don't care if you like it or not. I'm not here to be negative. I'm just here to speak my sports truth. And I don't think enough was done in Travis Hunter's defense or in Shedeur Sanders' defense to make teams uncomfortable with doing this. And I'm going to tell you what happened. When they play other lower tier teams, okay, who are considered lower than them, it's going to happen again if you're not careful. Now, the bigger schools, they don't have to do that. You won't see that from them. But the teams who think they can't beat Colorado, if Colorado does not show the nation, because the nation is watching their games, that they know how to handle situations like that, it's going to happen again. Travis Hunter's going to come back, and I promise you somebody's going to test. They're going to test his injury. Because that's what football is, and that's what the Colorado is showing them. I don't want to call them soft because they play hard and they go. I love watching them. We all do. They're setting records for how many people are watching their games. But fellas, your 2 top players got attacked, and from what I saw, not much was done about it. All right, and you think y'all can't go without Travis Hunter. You cannot go without Shedeur Sanders. And when they use the phrase protect him at all cost, you need to protect Shedeur at all costs. Because he's so good that he makes up for what the defense is not doing. And he makes up when the offense starts out slow. As long as you got him, you got a chance to win the game. If you don't have him, as much as I like Coach Prime and as much as I like Colorado and the story that's going on, if you don't have Shedeur Sanders in that game or in the rest of these games, you're in trouble. So we need, as a team, learn to protect our stars. And hockey, you know what happens in hockey. If you do something to one of their stars, one of their big thugs coming behind you, they're going to fight. Back in the day, if you came down the middle, if you was Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan was a great player when he played Detroit, if you come down the middle, they busting your head. And once they do that, you better believe something's coming from behind that. So that's my take on the injury situation. I don't like what I saw in it. Travis is going to be out for a while. I'll cover that later because this is a serious injury, and it's going to be more than the 3 weeks because Coach Sanders will not play you if you're hurt. And you're not just coming back from an injury like that than just going back on the field. At least I don't think so. But we'll talk about that at another time. So the main topic is, why was there only one player to stand up for Travis Hunter and really nobody to stand up for Shedeur? Somebody will have to explain that to me off camera when we in practice, and I will be up in my players' faces. I'm glad we won the game, but at the same junction, we kind of lost the war because they took one of our guys out for the next 3 to 4 weeks, and we showed them that they can take our quarterback down, and we ain't gonna do anything about it. So you all can get in the comment section and tell me what you think. I don't, if you don't like what I'm saying, I respect it. Y'all, I'm not a bad person, but I respect it and I will respond to you. But that's my sports truth. That's what I saw. I saw one person that's defending Travis Hunter for the most part. That was Shedeur, which is the most important person on the team. And when Shedeur got taken down, I didn't see, because I can only look from the camera angles. I was not there, of course, just like most of you all wasn't. I did not see anybody defend him. If anything, I saw Shedeur try to poke the number 8 in his eyes. I don't know if it was before the play or after, but he was defending himself doing that again. So that's my topic. Why was there only one player to stand up for Travis Hunter? And I will be covering the game the way I saw it and why it was played the way it was played. So I hope you all look forward to that. Hopefully I can get that out tomorrow. So this is Hunt 919, True Sports. Ride with me.